What's going on, dudes and dudettes? Pretty nice, gloomy day today. I say nice because I really like it. I wouldn't mind living up in the Northwest, like some people, but here we go. Let's get into it real quick. So Trey Davis, a cornerback, a three-star guy out of high school, committed to USC a day after he got his offer. So of course he was going to jump at that opportunity for a better, education and probably the chance to play for a national championship. Hopefully he ends up being a good player. I know they've had a straight 2 consecutive days of getting three-star guys, but those guys end up being ones that work the hardest more than the guys who got all the acclaim and all the fame when they're 4-star and 5-star guys. So, hopefully he comes in, puts his hard hat on, and comes to work. Then, we also have the Uchenna Uwosu and Hayes Pollard. I totally forgot he was on the team, but 2 linebackers that are on the Chargers at this moment from USC. So it's great that they have their reunion right now after the Chargers drafted Uwosu in this year's draft a few weeks ago. So, Pollard did really well for the Chargers, this last season, and hopefully they keep him. I'm sure he'll be pretty cheap, but, you got to get some of those USC guys that really help you out in the NFL. And then, so we also have them saying, is this the best Duke recruiting class ever? You kind of have to agree with just like numbers wise of these players with the way they're ranked, but obviously you can never take those too seriously because at times players are ranked that high and then sometimes they may disappear or you just never hear from them again, or they don't even make it to the NBA or even last long. So, by those numbers, they are great. They have to prove it on the court. The 2015 team, those had about 4 guys maybe, most likely in the top 40, top 50, and they won a championship. But, you need senior leadership. It's what Duke doesn't have right at the moment. But, these guys seem like they're already poised to play in the NBA coming off the bench. So hopefully that's a good mix when they go into the tournament this next year. And hopefully everybody's healthy. Then there was a Kawhi Leonard sighting in Dodger Stadium last night, I believe it was. And I'm assuming he's just hanging out. He is from Riverside County, which is pretty close to where I live. So it's pretty cool. I'm sure he was just hanging out here with his family and then, of course, going to see the Dodgers because it's basically the biggest thing around here. And, we shouldn't take it too seriously just because now that he's there, he's automatically coming to LA. I don't think so. I just know he's from out here. And when you're in the NBA and you're able to go work at anybody's NBA facility, as long as you're an NBA player. So I'm sure even though he's with San Antonio, I'm pretty sure he's been to the Lakers or even Clippers facility to work out over the summer. So we shouldn't take this too seriously, guys and girls. And, we're still hoping that Kawhi Leonard does come to the Lakers, whether it's 2 years from now or we get a pretty sweet deal and only have to give up draft picks and not players. So I'm going to do a real quick trio movie review for 3 pretty recent Shia Labeouf movies the past couple years. Probably nobody's ever really heard of or seen, but I'm going to go into those into depth real quick. So let's get this movie review started. Going on, people. So yeah, Shia LaBeouf, he might be considered in Hollywood as an enigma just because you never know what you're going to get, but you can always make sure that when he's in a movie you're going to get a really pretty good performance. One movie I didn't have up there, which I might do a thing added on, was Borg versus McEnroe, which came out this year. He played John McEnroe, and of course a high-headed guy like himself in his personal life. It was kind of perfect casting, but he brought a lot more to that character than just being a hothead, and kind of understood a lot about John McEnroe more than what we can imagine. But let's get into these 3 movies that I did put up. So Charlie Countryman came out a few years ago. The guy taking a random vacation to a place, falls in love with a girl. Turns out the girl's, ex-husband still won't leave her alone and ends up finding out, Shia LaBeouf's character finds out that there's a crazy truth that her dad had, that apparently him and this other guy that the ex-husband knows did something really bad, and he has it on tape, so they're just looking for the tape, and Shia LaBeouf gets into it just because he kind of falls for this chick right away. He's kind of vulnerable at that moment, and a lot of craziness and violence ensues. It's a really good movie. It's probably the shortest one that's on this list, but it's definitely a recommend for me to see. And right now, actually, my girlfriend found it at a dollar store of all places, and on Blu-ray. So $1 Blu-ray for a pretty good movie was definitely a chance you can't miss out on. And then the second one was American Honey. This one was one of the more weirder or diverse ones that he was in. He's not the main star. I believe her name is Sasha Lane, who plays the main character, but she goes through a tough beginning. Like, you never really know who she's with or what she's doing, but she sees Shia LaBeouf's character and, you know, his group of friends that he has, and they're actually driving around the country and selling stuff in parking lots, and she finds that that's a better escape for her than where she's living at the moment. And a lot of, as you would imagine, craziness ensues just because she's just a brand new person in these areas, and people get jealous of her that are already on the team who like Shia LaBeouf because he ends up falling for her a bit. But that's one of the longer ones. It's like almost 3 hours, but if you can get through it, it's a pretty nice payoff at the end. And then, of course, Man Down, probably the one that I think he probably should have been nominated at least, or in consideration for an Oscar. Maybe the movie, just because the way it's set up, you kind of get confused a little bit, but that's what's good about movies. If you don't know what's going to happen, then that's what makes them even better and more memorable. But his performance in that movie was pretty awesome. He obviously bulked up, changed his mentality a lot, having to play a PTSD veteran. And the way it's played out at the end, you could totally tell that it was a great performance, because you totally believe it's some other type of movie. And then at the end, it's completely different. So, you know, these are 3 movies that I think that came out recently that are some of his pretty good, great work. At least 2 of them are. The one is kind of like him half being in the movie, but still while he's in there, he delivers a pretty good and crazy performance as well. So if you guys like these, give me a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Check them out. Obviously, that Charlie Countryman is real cheap right now at the dollar store, even though it's a really good movie, and on Blu-ray it actually looks really nice too, because never heard of Bucharest until that movie, and it's a pretty awesome looking place other than the story they tell in there. But thanks for watching, people. Like and subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys like these movie reviews or not. You know, I'm just adding them on real quick, or if I should put them separately from the sports videos. But thanks again for watching. Enjoy this nice gloomy day. I know I will. Have a great rest of your weekend.